Greetings, people of Earth, and welcome to another episode of Let's Chat Creative Pathways podcast. I'm your host, Beth Bailey, and today I'm going to be doing a solo episode where we can catch up and talk about what's been going on and what is going on in the future. So first, I want to let you all know I am going to be taking a 2-month break from releasing episodes over July and August. Summer is a busy time for me, not only because I'm a mother of small children, but also because my work picks up. I get more job opportunities in the summer, working at places like Levitate for their Creative Kids Camp. I'll be on site 1 day a week as the visiting artist there. My Fridays continue with my residency at the Douglas House. I'm also managing another residency we're running in the West End with Hannah Bradshaw as the lead artist there. So I'm trying to kind of pop in and out of there as well. And then, just getting ready for a lot of other exciting things I have coming up. Like, for example, the last 2 weeks of August, I am going to be away on an artist residency. I was accepted at the 2-week artist residency at the Chautauqua Institute, and I'm very excited. I found out about this because I listened to the podcast I Like Your Work with Erica B. Hess, who is a painter and a mother, and she runs the visual arts residencies up there. She created this residency. I'm not sure she created the 2-week residency, but I think she may have had influence over creating it because a lot of artist residencies are a lot longer than that. And for people at certain places in their lives, it's just not possible to get away for a whole bunch of weeks or months in a row. 2 weeks is even a stretch. Going away for 2 weeks is a very big deal. I know people travel for work all the time, and I'm trying to remind myself of that like this is a thing that people do. But yeah, when I heard about it on her podcast, she just explained it in a way that made me feel like, okay, I'm exactly the type of person she's looking for, and or that they're looking to support at this residency. And so I applied, just thought I would shoot my shot, and I was floored when I got in. I couldn't believe it. Really had to have a lot of thought about it. I actually made a painting about it. Um, I'll go grab it to show you guys. Hard to show you without the shine on it. I love a gloss finish. What can I say? Um, I'll have to bring this to Goss, have him photo. But this is called Grateful to Be Here, Longing to Go. And I think that probably comes across in what you're seeing here. Oh my gosh, impossible to show you without a glare. I'll try to superimpose another image over it. But yeah, grateful to be here. So happy to be able to have this lovely home studio and be surrounded by family and my community. But longing to go. I'm excited to see what comes up in that residency. Another big thing I'm going to be focusing on this summer is print release. I'm going to begin selling original pieces of art and also limited edition prints of this art on my website this summer. I'm very excited. I've been working really hard to get it all prepared. I have been going to Goss Photo in Hanover to have the photos of the work professionally taken. So I have very good files available, and I'm going to be doing the high quality, like artisanal level prints through Goss Photo as well. And thank you, Sean and Tara, for taking such good care of me and answering all my questions. I basically go in and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking about doing a limited edition print. I want it to be about this size. I want to sell it for about this price. Like, help me figure it all out. And they suggest the paper and the ink and, the scale and how to figure out how to do it so framing is easy. Of course, I'll go to Frame Center in Hanover for a lot of my framing needs. Some of these prints, they're all going to be limited editions. I'm going to have 20 limited editions that will just be ready to ship right to you. I will have 10 of them at a larger scale available. And then at that same larger scale, I will have 10 more that are hand embellished. So the larger size, I'm still calling it an edition of 20 because it's the same size, same paper, but 10 of those I'm going to offer the upgrade of hand embellishment. And what that means is after those pieces are printed, I'm going to bring them to my studio and add actual brush marks and acrylic here and there over it, and just like give it that extra little one-of-a-kind thing going on. So you'll also be able to get my originals. And yeah, it's been a labor of love, but I feel like I'm kind of doing everything the way I know it's supposed to be done. I'm getting the photos taken well. I'm getting it all planned out. I'm getting everything set up on the back end of my website, and I'm getting really close to be able to actually release them. And I am going to be releasing them to my email subscribers first. So yeah, within the next week or so, I'm hoping to do that. I will send an email out with a discount code and a password to get through the protected store. So right now on my website, you can't get into the store. It's creative-pathways.com as I'm setting everything up on the back end, but the email people will get the password to go in, use the discount code, and that'll run for about a week or so before I do a public release and let everyone know that they can go and check things out. Now, there's an exciting component about this. It's a little bit different than the regular artist release of prints that you might see, which is that as a nonprofit, again, I've already talked a bunch about how, I don't know, maybe you haven't seen it. I don't know how much I've talked about it on here now that I think about it. I'm on Instagram talking about these things a lot. But as a nonprofit, if you buy any of those works that I just talked about, any of my studio works, prints, originals, all of it goes through my nonprofit. So everything's sold through creativepathwaysproject.com or creative-pathways.com. I couldn't decide, so I got them both. And when you make a purchase, that means that your money is protected within the nonprofit ecosystem, meaning that all of the money that you're sending to me to buy this art is going to be used to continue the mission of Creative Pathways, which is connecting communities through collaborative creativity. So if you want to support that, that's a great way to do it. Okay. I mean, of course, you're going to send me a donation, but hey, why don't you buy a piece of art and get something beautiful on your wall while you're at it? So, in addition to all of this work, I'm also going to be having prints of the collaborative community works that I've been making in residencies for over a year now. So for over a year, I've been going on site places and making collaborative pieces of art with their community. That's what people bring me in to do. That's my specialty. I get everyone in the community working together, and we make a beautiful piece of art or multiple pieces of art that are then installed on site. So while those originals are not available because they truly belong in the communities in which they are made, I have been borrowing the pieces, bringing them over to Goss Photo, having them photographed, and bringing them back so that I can sell prints. Those are going to be open edition, so we will just print those as long as people want to buy them, we're going to print them. I'm really excited about that. And for my continuous residencies, and residencies I'm actively working in right now, the Douglas House in Brockton would qualify for that. I'm going to be taking a percentage of those sales that are coming in for those collaborative works and paying out the artists whenever I can. So I'm thinking about doing this in the way of like Visa gift cards. Once I get enough to be able to give everyone an art class, you know, $10, $15, I'll just kind of like continuously pass it out. So that's really exciting. I'm always coming in, I'm always coming in there with these big ideas of how to get their art out there more. And this isn't an idea that I'm really excited about because I have control over it, right? Like I'm building a website. I'm already selling my own work. So let's add theirs in too and get some of that money back to them. Now, another piece of this is that I do have some individual artists at the Douglas House specifically who are prolific. people just making many, many, many pieces of art. And this is something that they've asked me too. I have several people who have asked me there, how do I get into the markets and how do I get this work out there? And I've had some different ideas. I'm not a markets girl. For me, it's a lot of work. It's a whole thing you have to get into. You have to commit to all these markets. There's all the setup. You have to buy all this stuff to set up your booth. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And I feel like that's not really what they're looking for. They're just like, listen, I have my life. I'm making my art. I just want to get it out there and, maybe make a little money too. So, I've talked about, even if you're a small business and you're looking at this and you're interested in having unique pieces of art for sale, let me know. But I am going to have some of their originals. So, like for example, I have a woman named Janice and another woman, Evette, who have a ton of art. They have jewelry, they have diamond art, like diamond art coaster sets, paintings, original paintings. Those I'm also going to be layering into my website over the summer. So I've asked for them to pick out, 5 to 10 pieces that they would like to sell on my website. By the end of July, I hope to have all of those up. So whatever sells, we're going to go for a straight consignment model, which around here anyway, the standard is usually that the artist gets 60% and the business person or the gallerist or the boutique owner gets 40%. So I'll be taking 40% into Creative Pathways. And that money, of course, will help offset the cost of all the time it takes to do this, to organize it, to print the work, ship the work, whatever, But then again, yes, I'm going to be paying the actual artist. So if it's Janice art that's selling, she's going to be getting 60%. So I would really love for everyone to keep an eye out for that and support that initiative. How exciting for these people who are, this is a 62 plus apartment building that I'm working at. And I will let you know that some of them haven't been comfortable calling themselves artists until over the past year I've been working with them. And it's really, I'm just like impressing upon them, like, you're making art, you're an artist. That's the requirement. So to actually be able to, within a year, kind of get them seeing that and then starting to sell their own work would just be really exciting. So yeah, so you can see why I'm taking a couple months off from releasing new podcast episodes. I have a lot going on. And yeah, I want to be like in mom mode and be able to kind of like enjoy the summer. A lot of time I end up editing these kind of like in the in-between mom moments, right? Like the kids are just kind of decompressing, chilling after we're doing something, and I'm like at the counter editing or uploading or whatever. So yeah, it'll be nice to sort of move that off my plate for the summer. That's sort of like what's been going on and kind of what I have going on. But I do have another topic I really want to talk with you all about, which is encouraging you all to trust the pivot. So this has been a big pivot year for me. The past year, I have really leaned into painting and allowing my whole studio practice to shift from pottery to painting. I was doing pottery for a decade very seriously, and I thought I was going to be doing it forever. I do think I'll come back, but there's just not enough hours in the day. I haven't had a solid studio session, even painting, in about a month, just with all the other work I've been doing, which I'm grateful to do, but man, I am pining for that studio day. So there's no way I could do both practices. I really kind of have to do one or the other if I want to really get into something. So yeah, so I trusted the pivot. I allowed for it to happen. The work has been flowing out of me in a way that just like feels so good. The work feels fully formed in my head, and it feels like it's really just a matter of how much time I can spend in the studio to allow for it to come out and through me. And when I say fully formed, it's not like I have the images totally mapped out, but they're like hazy enough that I can see so that I know where to start, where to go, and then all of the decisions I'm making while I'm painting and collaging just seem to reveal themselves to me with relative ease. And, I spent my life as a painter all growing up. I was doing painting as a child. I got my college degree in painting. That's always sort of been my vocabulary in my head, my visual language. So, all of those skills I've been honing. It's really exciting to see that they've just been sort of like there waiting for me to come back. And I've come back, and I have to say, it's been such a warm welcome from the arts community. I just don't even know how to put words around it. I mean, I've been building community around myself forever, and you know, just like creating connections wherever I can, because that's I'm into it. I'm an extrovert. I like making art. I get energy from meeting with others and hearing about what others are doing. And I guess all along, like the past decade, most of these people have known me as a potter. So it's been really almost funny for me to see people's reactions where they're just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting such positive, excited feedback about my paintings." And, I'm so appreciative of it, but in the back of my mind, it's almost like a little bit funny because this type of work has always existed in my head. Um, so it's like not new for me, if you know what I mean. But it's new for everyone else because it's hello, just coming out of my head and out into the world now. So yeah, in the past year, I've had a lot of opportunity. I mean, I feel like it really started. Maybe last summer when I got to do a mural for Levitate during the festival. And then after that, Jess Hassett asked me to show a piece in the Flannel Jam gallery that she put up. And that got me really like digging through all of the works from college that I've been storing forever and building up. And having all the supplies at my disposal from Creative Pathways, the nonprofit where I'm going out and painting and collaging with people. I had all the materials I needed, so it just felt like time to go. So really, since last fall, I've been kind of going back through all my process photos that I've been taking while I've been making the paintings. And yeah, it was last fall. I've been chipping away. I have this body of work, and I've been getting the work framed sort of as I've been going along, so that when an opportunity comes up to show, I'm on it. And I have quite a list here. I am so excited to share. Um, I had a show on Newbury Street at Ivy Lane Gallery, and that was a group show. I had a piece in, and the piece sold. That was so exciting. I had my family with me at the opening, and it sold at the opening. So I got to meet the collectors as well, and that was very exciting. That was a piece that was inspired by the Claire Takis book, Dreamscapes. She's an amazing landscape photographer. You got to check it out. So I actually also purchased another copy of that book of photography, and I sent that to the folks who bought that as well, so they could see and maybe kind of figure out where the inspiration came from that. I also have my friend Isabel, who opened a floral shop within the past year called Violet Daffodil House. And it's a beautiful shop in Marshfield. You got to go in. It has a ton of shelves and beautiful space. She's doing events, she's doing bouquets, she's doing all sorts of things, but she had space to show work, and she had this vision of having original art. So she has some of my pottery for sale there, which is exciting to see the pottery still getting a life out in the world. And then I was like, okay, what else do you need? How can I support you? I want her business to succeed. And so we're doing a commission-based model. So all of my pottery and now the paintings, she hasn't had to pay up front for. If they sell, we both get paid. So exciting for both of us. And yeah, what she decided was she didn't have any small original 2D pieces in the style of my work. So I made a series of small framed bouquets, right? I using my collage and painting technique. I love them. It was so much fun. Gotta say, I love having an assignment, so it was really fun chipping away at those. They were works on paper, and yeah, they're framed up and ready to go, so you can go see those in Marshfields. And another place you can see my work is at SlackTide in Kingston, which I am honored to have my large piece called Brimming there. That is one of the pieces that I started in college and got a revamp. I've done some content on Instagram about this piece, so you can check it out there. But yeah, it started as a bouquet of dried flowers that I made a painting of. It was sort of somber and dark, and I saw a way to give it new life. So I layered in tons of National Geographics and vintage floral book pages that Lindsay Boss actually had given to me. Um, just beautiful cut papers and everything. I'm thrilled with the way it came out. The bouquet originally was just running off the bottom of the canvas, but I stuck it in a vase, and yeah, it's feeling happy over in its vase at SlackTide in Kingston. And it's really great to see this work in person. Yes, I'm having gorgeous photos taken of these pieces, but they are highly textured. I am I'm a sculptor in a way, right? I do feel that sense of the act of sculpting is a part of my painting process. I'm building layers. I'm super into using not only lots of interesting collage materials, both gifted, found, and created, but also layers of transparent paints. I'm really into using the acrylic fluid paints and mixing them with acrylic gloss medium to really kind of get the ability to like build layers. It's great to see these pieces in person. SlackTide in Kingston's a great place to go. Another place you can go is to House Cat in Plymouth, the beautiful boutique right down on the main strip there. Gorgeously curated, vintage and handmade shop that you just got to go to. There's always something to get there. There's jewelry, there's crafts. They actually have some of my pottery there as well. Some of those like sexy open mouth mugs that some of them I think even have like things and gold grills. So go grab those. And even children's vintage clothes. It's so sweet. Really um a beautiful curation there on the part by Abby, the owner. So go say hi. I'm actually driving down there later today, and this is a quick turnaround, this podcast. I'm recording this on June 28th. I'm hoping to release it by tomorrow, June 29th, which is tighter turnaround than I've ever had, but I believe I can do it. So by the time you're listening to it, Abby should have some prints. I had some prints made, limited edition prints of the piece of art that she has on display. She has the original, The Patient Garden on display there. And I'm bringing down 2 framed and 2 loose limited edition prints. So hopefully those can find some homes this summer, and maybe it'll be with you. So go down, check out my art, and support Abby. Another place that you can see my work right now, I'm telling you, can you believe this list? A year ago, I decided to pivot back. So, I mean, I'm excited to share this with you all so that you can go see all my work and hopefully buy some of it, gift it to someone, whatever. But I hope this is inspiring for you too, that like if you build community in a genuine way, if you pivot this way or that, like your community is coming with you. And I believe it. And I've always believed it, but seeing it and watching it happen is really, I just have so much gratitude for my arts community. I love you guys. Okay, so Frame Center, right now in Frame Center in Hanover, you can see another one of my pieces, Can It Be Dreaming Part 2. It is one of 2 paintings I made side by side at the same time. I was going back and forth layer by layer, and it's this big snake with all of this sort of like botanical collage layered throughout. Now, the Can It Be Dreaming Part Actually, no, they have Can It Be Dreaming Part 1. Can It Be Dreaming Part 2 sold to a good friend of mine, and very exciting. Very, very, very exciting. Thank you so much for purchasing that, my friend. I'm excited to see it installed in your home office. And this other piece, yeah, go see it. It's at Frame Center for the Hanover Days exhibition. And I am blown away and honored to share that I won Best in Show for that piece. There were 115 paintings on display, and I won first. I can't believe it. I even got, there was $100 cash prize, and the money comes from different ways that the local cultural council of Hanover kind of pulls together. But like, $100 is a big deal for the local cultural council to be giving out. And it wasn't just 100 for me. There was a bunch of people who won blue ribbons as well, including one of my friend's daughters. So you got to go check out the exhibition. It's pretty amazing. Um, but yeah, Best in Show. I couldn't believe it. I went to the opening. I invited all my family. We were all there. Karen Cass was running this gallery event. She has been for years, and she had a beautiful speech that she gave props to all of us, including Dina Brennan, who beautifully hung the show, and also has a fantastic piece hanging. So you got to go see that as well. Ah, but yeah, just, I mean, I am feeling the love. It is just, it's unbelievable. I don't know. I'm just gushing now, but really, um, more to more to share. So if you have the Levitate Backyard Ball on your bingo card for summer activities, which I hope you do, you're also going to see my work there. I will have 3 pieces on display in the gallery they have on site, and that work is a 50-50 split. So if the work is sold, 50% goes to the Levitate Foundation, 50% goes to the artist. In my case, it's my nonprofit. So if you buy one of my works, 100% is going to nonprofit organizations. Just split down the middle. We're dividing and conquering on that one. So really excited to have my work up there. And then that is the Friday night before the festival. So if you go to the festival, I was also invited to come back as a muralist. So I'll be there for 2 days painting. I cannot wait. I have a sketch, and yeah, my work is process-based. So I'm gonna start on a black primed surface. I go in first with my chalk outline of my design. Then I go in with pink to kind of lay it out. And from there, we start blocking things in. And by the end, I should be really having all my texture developed and have that all wrapped up and finished by the end of day Sunday. So you gotta come visit me there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, I can't wait. It's just such a good vibe there, and a lot of good artist vendors too. So many good artist vendors to see. I mean, I'm not typically like a festival type girly. I don't know that I would go otherwise, but I've been going for years just for the artisan village they have there. I mean, it's got to be at least 50 vendors, if not more. And I'd like to like park at my friends' booths and sort of like help them and have that be my little spot. So yeah, lots of really good art to see. And of course the music, Alanis Morissette, come on. And yeah, it'll be a blast. So I hope to see some of you guys there as well. So looking ahead to the fall, I have already recorded a couple of episodes. We have already recorded with Jenny Kelly, the amazing floral oil painter, and Leroy Powell, a fantastic painter and the head of the Ivy Lane Gallery, which I mentioned earlier in Boston. I actually can't wait to get back to the work on this painting behind me because the portraits have been hanging me up. This piece would be installed in my home right now, but I can't get our faces and our bodies right. But Leroy gave me an amazing tutorial during the podcast on exactly what to do. And actually, he shares it on his TikTok as well. So find Leroy's TikTok and you can see how he just like nails his portraits every time. They're beautiful. It's a fantastic technique. The work comes out looking original like his. And I'm really hoping that kind of using this process he went over will do that for me as well. Will bring the work through and get my vision out of my head and onto the canvas more efficiently. Booked in the fall. I think some of these are actually maybe summer interviews, but I'll be releasing in the fall. Dave Petty from the Frame Center, very excited to interview him. Dave's been massively supportive to Creative Pathways, donating tons of framing to all of the works that is permanently installed at these residencies, and also many small pieces as well. Like, for example, like I mentioned, I'll be at the Levitate Creative Kids Camp, being the visiting artist every Thursday, and he's donating frames. So whenever I'm teaching 2D pieces on panels, the kids are going to actually leave that day with their piece professionally framed. He gave me a special framing staple gun thing, and I'm going to be firing staples into those so those kids can bring those home and just get them right up onto the wall. So exciting. And yeah, I'm actually going to be doing, I digress, but here we go. I'm making 1 or 2 large collaborative pieces throughout the camp as well. So every week they'll have the kids adding more and more. I have 7 sessions with them, so I can't wait to see how that goes. I just did a 1-day event at Whitman Day, which was a really great time. Actually, I have like so much work stacked up behind me, but maybe I'll put a picture on top. This is a collaborative piece I did at Whitman Day. People could sign up for 10-minute one-to-one sessions with me to paint and work on this collaborative piece. And that's my plan with the Levitate Creative Camp kids too. So as they're kind of like working on the main activity we're doing, I'm going to be pulling them 1 or 2 at a time to come and work on this other piece. So Dave, I'm going to have another big one for you too. And then that big piece is going to, just like all the other places I do this type of work, is going to be donated to Levitate. Hopefully it's awesome and it's something they could maybe auction off in the future, or just show at their gallery events. We'll see. Whatever they want to do with it, they can. I feel like this pretty much covers what's been going on, what I have coming up. Please keep an eye out for my print sales. I have been crossing my T's and dotting my I's. I have no idea if anything sells. I think if I sold 10 pieces, I would be thrilled. And if I did, it would be not only like so exciting and supporting my business, but also it would help encourage me to like build my staff more. And that's something I've been doing too. I have been getting sessions in with McKenzie Lawton of the Lawton Group when I have, yearly planning or prospective big jobs coming up. I will hire her for some of her time to kind of like go through everything, help me pull contracts together, help get everything organized so that I can really like just be the best businesswoman I can. And I've also been working with Jade of Unjaded Creative, and she's been helping me sort of map out a plan for marketing my print release and really looking at how I'm communicating with my audience, how to expand my audience outside of the South Shore, which, South Shore for life, but room for expansion always. So we've been looking at that, and we're actually meeting later today for just sort of like a larger overview marketing plan. And I love working with other people. I love collaborating with them. And, I don't know how many of you small business owners are listening to this, but it's scary to invest in your own business. It's scary to hire out for consulting when, you're like, oh, if I could just put some more time into this, I could brainstorm and figure it out. And well, yeah, that might be true. It's like, okay, well, maybe I should be doing something else with that time. And anyway, I've been really pushing myself to lean into that more and allow for my business to sort of organically expand as I have new ideas. And then I bring people in with me who can help me leverage those ideas and my tools to the best of my ability. So, yeah, so buy my prints and buy my art, and then I'll hire more local business people. I'm also paying visiting artists twice a month. I have visiting artists come and work with me at the Douglas House, and I'm looking to do more of that as well. So when you support me, you support a lot of people in the community, even if it's just like little tiny bits here and there. Listen, it's got to add up, right? So I hope you all have a great summer. And if you miss me terribly, just make sure you are signed up for my newsletter. I'll probably be sending maybe like 3 newsletters out this summer. After that, we'll be in fall schedule, trying to keep to a once a month at least newsletter schedule. Always on Instagram. That is my main spot to be documenting what's going on. So DM me, email me on Instagram at Beth Bailey Studio or Creative Pathways Project. My email is beth@creativepathwaysproject.com. So catch me over there. And please just share my posts, share my podcasts, share links to my shop once it's open, and encourage your friends and family to support this small business. Um, I'm trying to be the change I want to see in the world in my small corner of that world. And it takes all of us coming together to do that. And I'm just so grateful for my community, for that to just be continuously happening. And yeah, I'm pumped up for all of the community connection we have coming up over the summer and to be expanding my community into the Chautauqua Institute to see who the other artists are who were selected to be a part of this residency, and of course, all the people working there on it as well. So thank you all. I love you all, and I will see you in the fall.